Hello, everyone. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Hello. How is it going? I just want to say hello to everybody, and hopefully, everyone is doing really well today. Today, it's very, very cold here and windy, so I got my nice warm sweater. Hello, whoever's watching, say hi. I would love to see who is trickling in watching the show today. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is so exciting to be here again. Last week, if you're watching in January or February, actually, if you're watching in February, then last week we had the 5-day workshop and we went through it. It was wonderful. It was so great. Everyone was learning so much, showing up live for 5 days with me. So that was very, very exciting. And it was a lot of learning. Today we're kind of going back down to the usual weekly training, so it's going to be shorter. And speaking of which, let's get started.
Hey there, this is Tanya Wright from MasterTheMontessoriLife.com, the place for Montessori lovers ready to make themselves centered, organized Montessori guides, nurture happy, normalized children, and create smooth, successful Montessori days. Let's get you closer to your transformation today. Welcome.
All right, good morning. I am Tanya Wright, creator of MasterTheMontessoriLife.com show and MasterTheMontessoriLife.com website. I also created the Montessori Way Foundations Framework, which is a 6-month program that I'm in it, and I walk you through your Montessori journey to get from point A to point B, which is your tangible transformation in 6 months. My clients are very, very confident and knowledgeable and awesome. So I want to invite you, though, to 2 Facebook groups that I have before we get started on the training. And these 2 groups are the Natural Homeschool Community. If you are a homeschooler, whether you're doing Montessori or not, if you're homeschooling, you're welcome to join. Just go to Facebook and in the search window, type the Natural Homeschool Community. You will find it in groups, then just request to join and you're good to go. And if you are doing Montessori only and you want to learn some free things, then go to the Montessori Way Prep Room. Same thing, you go to Facebook and type in the search window, the Montessori Way Prep Room, to find it, right? I also want to let you know that today is episode 51. So there are 52 weeks in the year. We didn't do them every single week without skipping, but once we get to 52 next week, it will be a year's worth of training. If you did 1 training per week, this is a whole entire year. So imagine what an accomplishment. If you want to catch up on past trainings, then go to masterthemontessorylife.com/live-trainings. masterthemontessorylife.com/live-trainings. Okay. Or you can go to masterthemontessorylife.com, and on the homepage, you will see that it says live trainings. All you have to do is click there. All of the live trainings are there, and every week when I do another one, those are added automatically there. All right. I also want to invite you to join the MontessoriLife.com emails. This is where if anything happens, for example, I was put in Facebook jail for some reason for a long time and I wasn't able to post or share or go live on Facebook. Well, this is the way that I can definitely communicate with you without any interruptions. So I promise to not spam you or anything, just send you the pertinent emails with information that you will want to have, right? All right, so with that out of the way, let's get started with our training. Today's topic is Montessori-friendly printable winter activities that you need. All right, here we go. This is a great training because we are in winter right now, and if you're watching it in another season, then you will have all of this information ready and prepared by the time you do get to winter. So as I do the training, if you have any questions or comments, just type them in the comment section and I will be happy to help you with that. There are many ways to celebrate winter in your Montessori environment. Today, we will discuss 3 particular ways that double up as winter activities and teaching other important skills that are academic or life skills. If you are wanting to focus on the season of winter in the Montessori culture subject as the season itself, you're learning about winter in general, or if you are wanting to focus on the season of winter in the Montessori science subject in terms of animals in winter and so on, like hibernation, migration, adaptation, then you are in the right place. Come and find out how you can easily celebrate winter by incorporating Montessori-friendly printable activities about animals in winter that children will love. So activity number 1, you use cards. Use visual cards to boost animal and winter-related vocabulary. It is very important for children to know the words to use for winter, for animals in winter, for hibernation, migration, adaptation. So creating a Montessori environment that is winter themed for young children is something that you can definitely think about. These are some of the most popular printable Montessori activities. These particular cards with photos and nomenclature of animals that hibernate, migrate, or adapt in winter are great hands-on activities. Use the lesson plans, and as you follow the instructions step by step, you will be talking about what animals do in the cold weather. Now, let me show you what these look like up close. You can make your own, but here are some that I have made. So here is the lesson plan for pictures of animals that migrate. So this falls under the science subject zoology, right? Because it's about animals. So here are the materials that you need, the time frame, the age, the main aim, what it looks like for the setup, the lesson setup, the steps to the lesson step by step, and you have all of the cards right here. So you get the cards, you print them out twice if you want them to do a matching activity. You also learn which ones are reptiles, insects, mammals, etc., birds, all of that good stuff. Then here is the lesson plan for pictures of animals that hibernate. So again, science, zoology, and you have the different pictures here. All you have to do is print them out and cut them out for the child. Put them on a beautiful wooden tray and you're good to go. And then you have the one, pictures of animals that adapt in winter. So here is the same thing, the lesson plan for that particular lesson, and you have the cards to do with the children. So, three beautiful activities that will be teaching children not only the names of animals, but also you can separate the animals by those that hibernate, adapt, and migrate, as well as teach children the different categories of animals: insects, mammals, reptiles, birds, fish, etc., etc. So you can use the same set of cards for many different things, and you will not be lost. You will know exactly what to do because the lesson plans are right there with step by step instructions. Okay, so that is number one. Number two, oh, sorry, I that's the wrong one. Okay. Number two is use age appropriate lessons on complex topics for children to understand. And this is a very, very long explanation. Use age appropriate lessons on complex topics for children to understand. Maria Montessori shared what she discovered during her many years of observations for toddlers and preschoolers, and older ages as well. Her Montessori principles didn't just apply to academics, but the whole child, like practical life. You can go through lessons together during your circle time to discuss how animals find food in winter, what they do, and where they go. You can discuss the actual topics of hibernation, migration, and adaptation with enough information to share with children. So, again, this set I'm going to show you has all three, and it is a set of three. You can get these individually or together as a bundle. What is adaptation? What is hibernation? And what is migration? You can get these separately if you want. There's a possible list of books to consider that I give you here. I give you exactly what migration is, animals, animal migration facts, when animals migrate, and a list of animals that migrate as well. In the hibernation lesson, it talks about um, a list of books that you might want to get that talk about hibernation that are Montessori friendly. And then what happens during hibernation, what hibernation is, animals that hibernate facts, names of animals that hibernate, and all of that good stuff. And then with adaptation, you learn what adaptation is, but there are different types of adaptation. So you are able to discuss with the children structural adaptation, behavioral adaptation, habitat adaptation, a list of animals that adapt in winter. That means that they don't go somewhere else in winter, they adapt to the winter season, and have some of them change their coats to look different colors and all of that good stuff. So it is important to do these Montessori inspired lessons and activities with children so they understand things better while they are younger than if they waited to be able to read on their own. When you do these discussions and lessons during circle time, you get to do them together with all of the children in your class, and you get to have really good discussions. You can have props, you can have a little diorama of what winter looks like with some animal replicas and some fake snow and all of that good stuff, just to make it more interesting for children. And it really brings it home. Also, these activities, when you are actually explaining everything, as a group, it gives children the opportunity to later on use that knowledge in the activities that you set up for them in the environment that have to do with these topics: hibernation, migration, and adaptation. So, as a like I said, you can make these your own, you can gather the information on your own, or you can take a look at the bundle that I have put together. It's called Animals in Winter: Adaptation, Hibernation, and Migration. Let me make it a little smaller, see if you can. Sorry that is covering the word. Animals in Winter: Adaptation, Hibernation, and Migration, bundle number 1. And this one is really, really cool because it has so many great topics that it covers. Let me show you what it covers. We have this Animals in Winter bundle, focuses on what they do in winter. Some animals adapt, others hibernate, and yet others migrate. This includes 7 activities and 26 pages total to print over and over as needed for individual use. So if you have a class, you can make copies for your class. It has Animals in Winter notebooking pages, and that includes all 3 topics: pictures of animals that adapt, pictures of animals that hibernate, pictures of animals that migrate. What is adaptation? Topic overview. What is hibernation? Topic overview. And what is migration? Topic overview. So when you go through these, I love that they are hands on, they are practicing fine motor skills, they're practicing vocabulary, they're practicing their science knowledge and knowledge about the world around them. So you go to shop.masterthemontessorilife.com, and once you're there, you can either go to the search window and type Animals in Winter to find everything related to animals in winter. If you were interested in one particular activity, you can buy it individually, but you save a lot of money if you buy this bundle. This one is for multiple ages, and it is great for children to have. You can also go to shop.masterthemontessorilife.com, and under seasons, you can go to the winter season and you will see all of the winter related resources that we have. Okay? All right. There I am. And let me show this to you really quickly. Masterthemontessorilife.com and search. Oh, yeah. So, all right, let's go to this one, number 3. Use notebooking pages to practice handwriting, vocabulary, and researching skills. When you do Montessori at home or at school, be sure to include activities for older children as well, children that are learning to read and write. The Montessori method is very hands-on for younger children, but as they get older, they will transition more toward paper and pencil activities. These printables are winter themed and will be great to write out their discoveries as they learn about what hibernation, migration, and adaptation are, and also which animals do each animal behavior. Have living Montessori friendly books that will give children information to learn and research. Give them some freedom to discover new things about hibernation, migration, and adaptation for animals in winter. I'm going to give you the link to the resource, to the blog post that lists some of these books that you might find helpful. It is not as comprehensive as the lists in the topic overviews that I just showed you, but it will be a good starting point. Don't forget to get the printable set up on wooden trays with anything that they will need. Include any books, props, or animal replicas, if you have any, that might be relevant. You can set these up on a shelf where you have the science materials for your environment, or you can actually set aside a shelf specifically for winter activities and place them there. So, your key takeaways. You're going to use hands-on Montessori activities that will teach children several skills at once. In this case, winter and what animals do during the season. Okay? You are also going to consider hands-on activities and printable activities that are going to give children the skills that they need, like building vocabulary and handwriting, learning how to research, find out things on their own, and all of that good stuff. Don't be nervous about how to go about setting this up. This bundle has everything already set up for you. The lesson plans are step by step, and every single activity includes the lesson plan. So you can't get lost. Okay, you have everything right there, and it's beautiful. It is ready to go. And I want to also tell you that you can go to masterthemontessorilife.com and search in the search window printable winter activities. There you will see the replay of this training. You can listen to the audio of this training, as well as see all of the resources that I mentioned. The bundle link, the link to the books that you might want to use. These are Living Montessori friendly books that children can use in the environment to do some of the research. And I also want to show you what these notebooking pages look like. So you have the lesson plan right here, right? You have the lesson plan, how to set it up, a picture of it on the tray, and then you have 2 pages. This one is what is adaptation, and it has some animals here and some lines for children to write out their research. And then there's also one if children want to be tracing or drawing some of the animals or some of the environments for children. This is the hibernation one. It is different from the one for adaptation because the animals are different. Animals that adapt and hibernate are different. And then they have the space to draw any animals that hibernate and also animals that migrate. And they have these beautiful pages that are winter themed that they can draw pictures of animals or trace them. And they are so much fun to do. Winter activities are just very fun in general, so make sure to go to masterthemontessorilife.com and in the search window, type printable winter activities to see all of the resources that I mentioned today, and you won't miss anything. Thank you so much for being with me today, and I will see you again next week with a new topic. Bye.
I appreciate you sharing time with me today. You have tons of choices about what you're listening to, and I love that you chose Master the Montessori Life show. Thank you. Well, that's it for today. Until next time, this is Tanya Wright with MasterTheMontessoriLife.com. I hope that you will take the time to digest the training to create solutions that will bring about smooth, successful Montessori days for you. Let's get you closer to that transformation today.